Hello there, my name is Rich. For the first time seeing my channel, I used to review cartoon series, anime series, so sup in Computer Rhythm. Today I will do a segment I like to call Forgotten Cartoons. Now this segment I will do once a month, only focusing on a cartoon that sort of got forgotten for some reason. Usually I have rules with this segment, like one of the rules, the series will last 1 to 2 seasons, maybe 3, or also another rule, it cannot be popular because everybody knows it exists, and I could easily break that rule that is the cartoon is popular but a completely different country but never cross over in the United States. It's the type of show I like to focus on. But besides that, today is such a matter called Nightmare Ned. Now, I'll be surprised you actually know this cartoon exists or the video game, because this show is sort of obscure. Never got the chance to actually do reruns or sell on DVD or any streaming service, because the person who owned the rights probably Disney. That Disney's probably forgot actually has this. Of course, this cartoon, I can talk about the cartoon itself while talking about the game, because you need both to get the whole idea of the show, understanding what they're trying to do. It's one of those that should be a franchise but never got a chance to actually fully explore all the ideas. But on top of everything else, this is one of those shows got unreasonably canceled for some reason. You believe maybe because of low ratings or the video game didn't sell. But no, the game sold pretty decent and the ratings will soon be very good, because it did last a good 4 months, actually running all the episodes, all 24, back in 1997. But even that, the show just stopped for some apparent reason without even a clear reason, because Disney doesn't have a reason why they actually canceled this show. In fact, even that, I think Disney doesn't really remember why they decided to cancel the cartoon. You ask the creators, the animators, the people who create the game, all of them don't really have straight answers. They just have theories, nothing really confirmed. On top of all this, you can't really research anything about Nightmare Ned, because all the information you have is sort of kind of contradict itself all the time. The only information is sort of confirmed is the reason was created and the year when made, and that's basically it. Now, Nightmare Ned, the cartoon, how to describe the storylines are basically his character called Ned. Now, the character has very strong anxieties. He can't really focus, understand the sort of situation. He freaks out. The only way he just sort of kind of freaks out his emotions, he just take a nap and have these strange nightmares. I mean, the nightmares are so creative, abstract in understanding what he's feeling and how to face it, that makes this show so interesting, especially the art style. The art style I have to describe like UPN. If you don't know that company, they're basically well known making sort of abstract shorts for cartoons, and they're so abstract and interesting you can't stop staring at them because you're trying to figure out what they're trying to do with the short. And that's the best describe like Nightmare Ned. Each time they dream is very abstract, interesting, especially what type of subject matter they trying to face. Something like a young kid with Ned would face that sort of age. One of the big examples, like the first episode, that Ned accidentally eat dog food, that he doesn't know how to deal with that, so he decided to sleep and he dreams of becoming a dog and trying to figure out becoming back as a human. But what's more, that sort of abstract point of view as a child make this series so worth kind of watching, because it's sort of kind of horror, kind of abstract. Think of it sort of courage, but a little bit more reduced. But it's one of those that you're just wondering why Ned has his nightmares, why he's sort of panicking all the time. And that's one of the things you had to see the game to understand the cartoon, because the cartoon doesn't really give you an answer. In fact, the video game gives you the answer, the reason why he does, because Nightmare Ned supposed to be a video game first. In fact, the idea of the whole game It's basically Neighbor Ned coming back to school, back to his own home, and his parent wasn't there. They left a note and telling him, yeah, we gotta do something really fast, you'll be alone for a little while. And Ned took advantage of it. He eats junk food, he playing video games, he past bedtime, it's time to fall asleep, then everything goes wrong. That something creepy in the darkness freaked him out. He decided to go straight to bed, and during that time, he actually have nightmares. Of course, this game shows you have about 5 kind of ghost demons, not demons, like dream demons, who actually want to basically scare Ned for some apparent reason. And the gameplay of this shows to reduce the dreams at different art styles. And this is the thing why the cartoon is very abstract, because it's the video game gameplay. Every time he has to face this demon dream, they change the art style, the sort of situation he has to face. Specifically, the 5 demon ghost, you could say. I don't know what's the proper name of this sort of dream demons, but you get the idea. But every time he faced a sort of demon boss, the art are completely changed. Some would be claymation, some the photo animation, or mix up different art styles. Once more, each level you face or boss level, things sort of change, and the show tried to capture that at the same time. Of course, has the other question, why you have to play the game to understand the story. This is simple reason, because the creators just want to do the game. The people who got them the money to do the game was Disney. Disney saw the game, he saw the potential of the creativity to make a cartoon. So they say, yes, you give it the money, do the game, but you have to do the cartoon also. And that's the problem, because they can do both projects at the same time. So what they did is the main 3 creators of this Nightbird Ned decided to focus on the game first and give it sort of the notes, or the AKA the cartoon Bible of Nightbird Ned, to the writers, so they can do what show one needs to do. But the only problem is you have both projects running at the same time. The game project can easily change over time, not resembling what Nightbird Ned should have been in the cartoon, because it's not the same people who made the idea. That's why Nightmare Ned, you just focus on the nightmares. It doesn't give you an answer, because the cartoon Bible didn't have any answers. So that's why it come out this sort of abstract, strange thing. But besides that, the cartoon is not bad. It's pretty interesting. Of course, I have one more issue. The game never explains why this ghost demons or dream eaters, or what you want to call them, actually chose Ned. It's sort of up to your interpretation, because it doesn't really have an answer why this evil ghosts want to mess with them. It could be any answer if you want, but besides that, that's the only complaint I have. Besides, it's sort of hard to find this cartoon. I mean, you can find them online, O24 episode. The reason why you have O24 online is because fans had the chance to record this before the cartoon was sort of removed. Yeah, that's why we have a lot of copies, but at the same time, all the copies you find online are not the best quality. They're okay, but besides that, it's totally worth watching. Yes, if you enjoy abstract kind of stuff, I still recommend it. But I have to say one interesting thing. I'm not surprised why they throw this away. I'm wondering why Disney not decided to make this a reboot, because you see the gameplay and also the cartoon, there is a lot of meat of this IP, because you could do so much with this. I mean, just sort of completely random, think of something right now. You could say you can reboot the dream that Nightbird Ned is running away with his ghost, because the ghosts are basically the idea of his fears. Or you can also make it a different twist, like the ghost chose Ned because he's sort of panicked all the time, he's always messing with them, and the ghosts are basically feeding on that. This is the reason why he had nightmares. What's more, the as you can do for a reboot is really possible because you have so much things to not answer. You can reboot it a different way and actually answer it because you have so much dead stuff here. You can make so many things out of it. It's something you could do multiple reboots or multiple sequels and decide to actually focus on the video game, because the video game actually is very good, but the only problem is you can't play the video game if you have Windows 98. Even that, you could find a copy, but you can't because they ran out of print. The only way to play the game is the fact you sort of bootleg it and emulate the game to have the chance to play it. And unfortunately, this could be a great franchise actually given a chance, but it didn't. So yeah, that's sort of disappointing. Of course, I have to mention something very interesting. Ned is not a pushover, and I find that fascinating because every time he has a dream, the kid actually knows how to get out of it. I mean, Ned is not a pushover. I mean, the very beginning, he'll be scared, trying to understand what this thing's trying to hurt him, but given a few seconds, he actually thinks a very clever way to get out of it. Even though it's a nightmare, he fears a way to get out. But I love it even more. They took a lot of risks about this cartoon, what the sort of abstract ideas he actually has to face. I think one of them is the fans always point at is the fact is one episode Ned accidentally goes to the female restroom and all the kids make fun of him. He had a dream about how he was a girl, but he kind of freaking out, doesn't want to do it. He's a guy, not a girl. I keep telling you this. But interestingly enough, he sort of accepted being a girl in the dream, but he realized he has very powerful potential to control people because he's female. He decided to take over the world. A lot of weird things happen. But in the dream, he actually came out of it as more wiser, that he actually was okay. He was a little bit more feminine. And that is sort of interesting because you really see how he's maturing every single episode just a bit, understanding who he actually really is. It's something very little you see him grow, but that little thing means so much to a character. You understand who is Ned, and that sometimes that's all you need, little nods here and there, little development just to make it more interesting as a character. No, I honestly got much to say. I have basically ran out everything. Now I have one question. Do you actually seen this show? You played the game? What do you think of it? You think it's a franchise deserves a second chance? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.